Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're looking at Lido Finance or Lido DAO or LDO token. So if you're here for why it's pumping, I will just get to the point. So the first thing they had was the proposal in which they said that the active Lido protocol governance with a revenue share staking. So if that's it actually failed, as you can see, then most of the voters actually said no, but we had a pretty good fight. We had around 2.7 million Lido saying no, and we had 2.1 million Lido saying yes. So because of this, we had a pretty good volume in the Lido token, and this is the most probably the reason why Lido was able to hit around 12% in the 7 day. Oh, sorry, in the 7 days you can see, and this pump actually came around April 8th, so that could be the reason. So another thing we had, if we'll discuss I will just discuss this proposal. So what this means that the Lido holders could have actually taken the profit, or could have actually had taken the profit from the fees, but most of the voters said no. And we also have the reason that fee share at this stage is a short-sighted vision, so most of them actually saying no. This was a pretty big thing. So the only guy who said yes actually had over 2 million votes, as you can see here. So after that he only got around 1 million votes, so nothing big. So another thing we had was this update. So they actually released Lido Builder set monthly update, so that could be another reason why Lido could be up. So another thing we had, beside we also had about, and this actually I will just discuss this later. So we didn't have anything beside that, so those could be the reason why Lido is up. So now let's just see what is going on with Lido and what is happening, and we'll also look at the price prediction at the end. So first of all, what is Lido? Lido is basically a liquid staking platform where users can actually stake their ETH and get stETH, and that stETH can actually be used in various DeFi apps. So that is the biggest reason why stETH has a big demand, because usually if one actually want to stake their ETH, so they can only stake it and that is not doing anything. But if they do use the liquid staking platform, they actually get stETH, or different, if they use a different platform they get a different ETH, but that ETH is actually used on a various DeFi platforms. So they can actually use the stETH to use it as a collateral or for lending, so they can do various things with their ST, so which is a pretty big thing. So they can actually earn additional income using their staking option. So that is the biggest reason why Lido has a big demand. So if you look here, stETH is actually the big cap. So the big caps are usually the ones, the big caps are the top 10 cryptocurrencies. As you can see, we also have stETH is the 6th biggest. So it's actually the 6th biggest cryptocurrency in the market, so we cannot do anything, and that means this does say that it has a big demand. So usually there is a difference between Ethereum price and stETH because of the fees and the withdrawal restrictions. So the stETH price is usually below the Ethereum price, so you have to keep that in mind. So when it comes to the Lido is the biggest DeFi platform in the market. So there is no DeFi project even close to Lido. As you can see, Lido has over 34 billion TVL, whereas the second biggest one has only 13 billion. And as you can see, the Lido is down 13% in the last 1 month, so you have to keep that in mind. So in terms of liquid staking, Lido is the biggest one. After that we have Rocket Pool. So whereas I think the demand for liquid staking has gone down, and which is the most likely reason why the Lido has seen over 12 or 13% change in the last 1 month. So we'll now let's just see what is the Lido token. So Lido token basically has a 1 billion supply max, so it is only used for governance. So if you look here, the governance is pretty active, since it is the biggest liquid staking platform, and it is the biggest DeFi platform. Lido has a lot of demand because many users wants to control what happens to the fees and how are fees given, and another things going on with the Lido. So basically this the reason the LDO token has so much demand is because of their staking, or sorry, because of their governance and nothing more. So if we see if ever we see if we ever see Lido getting dethroned from this this TVL, I think that is the reason when LDO token holders have to worry. But as of now, it does not seems like there will be anything that will actually dethrone the token. So in terms of just a second, I'll just open the token unlocks to see if we have anything. If we have any vesting schedule for LDO. I think most of them are in the circulation. So just we'll just check in the just in case. So as of now, we have around 1900 million token in the circulation. That means we have around 100 token left in the circulation. So these are actually given to the investor, so the investor could be selling, so you have to be careful with that. So according to this, the most of is in the circulation, but we do have, I think the supply is given to the treasury, and which is the most likely reason why it's not actually showing the circulation. So but still the investors are getting their tokens daily, as you can see, around 2k. So it's not that much sell pressure, but still it is somewhat sell pressure, so you have to keep in mind. So now let's just see the states of stETH and why it matters before coming to the price action and what is going on with its price. So when it comes to the Lido TVL, as you can see, we had a pretty good growth. So it went from 21 billion to over 40 billion. That is basically 2x in just 2 months, so which is pretty big. So that means we have a pretty good demand for the Lido finance. So in terms of fees, if you look here, we had a lot of fees generated. So if we look here, so March was their biggest one. So they actually peaked at in the March, and I think in April we will most likely see it around somewhere same as February, but maybe even hitting $100 million. But as of now, they actually peaked at March. So most of them was on Ethereum. So in terms of fees, we just discussed this one. So in terms of their governance, so this one is pretty, as we also discussed this one, and it shows active but it's actually closed, and this actually lost, so nothing more going on here. So in terms of Lido itself, it has actually pretty big stats. So if we look here, the stETH has a very big ecosystem. So it is used in all of these actually platforms, and which is the reason why it is a big cap. So there is no reason beside that. So if we look here, we have Lido here at the top, which has over 34 billion market cap. After that, we have Rocket Pool, which has only 2 billion, and we also have Mental, which only has 1.8 billion. We also have Ether5 staking, which has 1.4 billion, and after that we have Solana liquid staking, which has 1.1, and ETH, and we also have ETH again, and we have Solana again, which is from the Lido, which has around 800 million in TVL, so pretty good. So from this, it seems like Lido is dominant in the market, and I don't think anything is actually beating the Lido as of now. So in terms of its ecosystem, we already discussed it. So this is their actually monthly report they actually released here. So we have a pretty good actually performance. As you can see, we had change of over 6.97%. We also had incentives going up a lot because of the fees, I think. And we also had performance for stETH. As you can see, they had actually 4.35% unique addresses up, and also liquidity pools went up as well. So W wrapped stETH actually went up on the layer 2 as well. So in terms of governance, they had these things going on. So let's just see if we have anything else going on here. So they also collaborated. We also have different collaboration. As you can see, new lending protocol eBTC accepts ST deposit as a collateral and automatically extracts all the deposited ETH and WE through the Lido middleware. We also have a Bebop, as a DEX offering near instant swaps with no slippage, now allows users to seamlessly convert stETH back to ETH. Pretty good. We also had WSTETH is officially deployed on Scroll, which is a zero knowledge rollup on Ethereum. Additionally, we also had Lido contributor which discusses the next generation institutional Ethereum staking. So the Lido staking with Git goes IPFS, and so this was a pretty good updates. So now let's just move to the last section and see what is going on with its price. So before coming to the price section, let's just see what is happening with Lido and stETH, LDO coin and stETH. So this is the market cap of stETH from the start. As you can see, it has gone up and up and up. We have not seen any major correction. So same goes for LDO token. As you can see, this is the market cap of LDO, and it has been actually following the stETH. So as long as stETH goes up, the LDO token will eventually follow and it will go up. So that is because whenever we have a lot of capital in the Lido finance, in the stETH, that means more and more people would like to actually control what is happening with the platform. So that is the most likely reason why LDO will follow the stETH in the long run. So if the stETH decides to go down, as you can see I did here, so the Lido will most likely go down, as you can see I did here. So this is the best relationship which I could find, and I think this will most likely be valid in the future as well. So in terms of its price action, we have a pretty good channel and that Lido is following. As you can see, it has been following this this trend line ever. This is a weekly chart, you have to understand. So it has been following this trend for quite a while, and as you can see, if we look here, it has been actually following this channel for quite a while. So this is a pretty good channel, and I would say that just a second, I will draw it correctly. So it has been actually following this channel for quite a while. So I think as of now it went up here. So the most likely the next price of action for Lido token is most likely whether to go around $1.2 or whether to go $4.2. So I think if it decides to go up, will be most likely rejected around $4.2 or even hitting us slightly above that, but we do have a pretty good resistance around 3.92. so if it does go up, I think it will most likely come down from 3.92 to $4, and it will most likely come back here. So the best entry is around, I think, here, which is $1.9, and I think if it does come down here, we do have a pretty good entry at this point, and I think it will most likely go up from this point. So it will most likely come here, and we'll see it bounce back from this point. So this is the simplest form of action which I can say, and this is the simplest form of technical analysis which I can do on the Lido as of now. But if it does reject this trend line, and I think we will most likely have these and these corrections, or possibly the bounce back points which could happen. So I will just draw them so you can see them correctly. So we have this one and this one and this one. If it does go down, if it does break this trend line, and I think after that we have these good entries around 1.97. the first one is that. After that we have 1.41, and after that we have $0.8 or 88 cents. If that all depends on, of course it depends on stETH. So if the stETH decides to go up, so the Lido will most likely follow that as well. So you have to keep an eyes on stETH if you are planning to hold Lido or LDO coin in the long run. So this was it. I hope the video was informative and it helped you. So please do feel free to subscribe if you like the video, and like the video. Thanks for watching.